Hi, it's Kristen Baird Anderson. I'm coming to you from the St. Marianne Cope Shrine and Museum again. And we are more than 3 months into this time of isolation and our museum being closed. And I continue to think about the people on the front lines, the people working in the hospitals, who all this time have been treating patients and then trying to go home to their families. Some aren't going home to their families at all in fear of bringing the disease home to them. And others are going home, and if they're fortunate, they have a garage where they can change their clothes and wash their clothes and put on other clothes and wash up and come in, hopefully infection-free, into their families so that they can spend time with them before they go back to shift. It's a difficult time. It is still a difficult time. They are still mid-pandemic. They are still dealing with this every single day, whereas we are going back to shopping and working and things like that. So I continue to think about them. But I also want to make you aware that these practices that they are doing today were set up by Marianne. And let's look back. This is the Bishop home, and this is on the island of Molokai, where the sisters were caring for patients with leprosy, now known as Hansen's disease. And Marianne set up these practices. So they would treat the patients in the hospital on the peninsula, and then rules were set that the sisters who cared for the patients had to totally change their clothes and wash before they returned to the convent. Same practice. So when they got back to the convent, they still remained separated from any person. There was usually one sister who was set up to cook for all of the sisters in the convent. And today, at the convent, on Kalapapa, there is a separation between the kitchen and the dining room. And there's a small little window that the plates were passed through for the people eating in the dining room. So you can still see the same practice. Marianne said before she went to Hawaii, before she went to care for these patients, I am not afraid of any disease. And that is because she had been administrator at St. Joseph's Hospital. She had set up practices that showed that infection was not being passed from person to person when these practices were in effect. So this was washing of hands. This was washing of sheets and bandages and furniture and floors and utensils and anything that they might use in the hospital that might transfer that germ, which hadn't even been identified then. It's amazing to see these practices that were so new to 1885, 1888, during this time, and see them in practice today. They still work, and you can't help but think that what an incredible woman, what an incredible mind, and also the action she took. She put these things into action. She made sure that she was in charge and could make the rules, and that people had to follow the rules because this is what worked, and she knew that this is what was going to keep everyone safe, keep the sisters safe, keep the staff safe. It's an incredible story. Come and visit, contact me. If you want any more information, take care of yourselves. Continue, even though we're out, we have to continue to take care of ourselves and others. Keep everyone safe, keep washing, keep the mask on. I know it's not fun, but you know what? It's really only been 3 months. It's only been months out of our entire life to deal with this pandemic. So take care of yourselves. See you soon.